So today we're going to go ahead and review a little bit more about fractions as part of a set. So before we get to this, which this is on your Schoology page, if you can't see it on here, that's okay. You can look at it on Schoology and just kind of listen to me as I talk and follow along. But before we get to this page, I just really quickly want to review our two ways that we've learned so far of looking at fractions. So the first way that we have learned is fractions as part of a whole, okay? So we know we have a numerator, we have a denominator, and when we talk about fractions as set of a whole, fractions as part of a whole, that means I have one whole shape, okay? That's how many parts my shape is divided into. And my numerator tells me how many parts am I talking about. Okay, so that's fraction as a whole. We also have fractions as part of a set. So whenever we have fractions as part of a set, that means that I have 4 of something, 4 markers, 4 cookies, 4 dogs, 4 cars, 4 of something. In this case, well, maybe. We're going to have 4 counters, okay? So here's my set. I have 4 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1/4 of my counters is blue. That means 1 out of my set of 4 is blue. Okay, so those are the 2 ways so far that we've learned to look at fractions. We're going to learn more, but I want to make sure that we are really good with these before moving on. So now let's go ahead and look at our page on Schoology. We're going to continue to practice fractions as part of a set. So let's look at this one. It says, what fraction of the squares are white? So first we have to figure out our denominator. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. How many of them are white? 1, 2. Good. All right. What fraction of the arrows point up? Well, how many do I have total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 as my denominator. How many are pointing up? 1, 2, 3. So 3, 6. All right, I want you to try this next one. What fraction of the triangles are green on your own? Hit pause. Come back when you have your answer to check. All right, did you get it? First, you should have figured out your denominator. How many do you have total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, how many of them are green? Well, all but 1, so 8. So my fraction is 8/9. All right, I'm actually going to now let you go ahead and finish these last 3. And then after you solve them, you can come back, hit play, and we'll check our answers together. All right, let's look at this one. What fraction of the stars are white? Well, first we have to figure out how many do I have? 3. How many of them are white? Just 1. So 1/3 of my fractions are white. What fraction of the circles are green? Always, 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 let's figure out our denominator. How many are there total? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of them are green? 2. So my fraction is 2/4. All right, what about this one? What fraction of the stars are green? Up here we talked about white, now we're talking about green. How many stars do I have? 3. How many are green? 2. So 2/3 were green. All right, hopefully you zipped through that. It wasn't too tough. And then you're going to go ahead below and do a little bit of practice.